Poetry versus prose. Unravel the mystical language of English. Hello learners. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're going to embark on a wonderful journey through the English language and delve into a fascinating topic: comparing and contrasting texts in different genres, specifically focusing on poetry versus prose. By the end of this video, you'll have a better understanding of these two forms of writing, and hopefully, you'll be able to appreciate the unique beauty of each. Before we dive into the comparison, let's define our terms. Prose is the kind of language that most of us use every day. It's straightforward, with sentences that run on to the right margin, and it includes all forms of writing that are not considered poetry, such as novels, short stories, essays, and newspaper articles. Poetry, on the other hand, is a type of writing that expresses ideas and feelings, or tells a story in a specific form, often using rhythm, rhyme, and figures of speech. It is usually more emotionally charged and uses language in more condensed and suggestive ways than prose. Now that we know what poetry and prose are, let's talk about their major differences. 1. Structure. Prose follows a linear narrative and is written in sentences and paragraphs, while poetry uses stanzas and lines, often creating more visual diversity on the page. 2. Language use. Prose uses language in a straightforward and utilitarian way, whereas poetry often employs figurative language, symbol, allegory, and other literary devices. 3. Rhythm and rhyme. Prose doesn't have to stick to a specific rhythm or rhyme scheme, while these are often important elements in poetry. Despite their differences, poetry and prose share some similarities. 1. Themes. Both poetry and prose can deal with the same themes, like love, death, nature, and social issues. The difference lies in how they approach these themes. 2. Expressive potential. Both forms can be highly expressive and create powerful emotional responses in the reader. 3. Artistic merit. Both prose and poetry can achieve high artistic merit and be considered literary works. An important skill is to be able to identify poetry and prose when reading. Look for the structural elements we discussed. Is the text you're reading broken up into stanzas? Does it have rhythm, rhyme, or use a lot of figurative language? It's likely poetry. If it follows more ordinary language patterns, runs to the right margin and is arranged in paragraphs, you're probably dealing with prose. Well, that wraps up our discussion on poetry versus prose. We hope this video has helped you better understand and appreciate these two major forms of English literature. Remember, while they have their unique characteristics, both are beautiful ways of expressing thoughts, feelings, and stories. So, whether you're a fan of the clear and straightforward prose, or the rhythmic and emotional poetry, keep reading, keep exploring, and most importantly, keep learning. See you in our next video.